Hi, Eric Gibaud, ericgibaud.com, and today I'm going to present you this great magnetic kit by K&F Concept. In this really nice pouch you get 4 filters, 3 stop, 6 stops, 10 stops, and a graded filter 3 stops. So we're going to test it on my OM1 OM system and I'll tell you my opinion. So let's start. Very often people ask me what is better, square filters with a filter holder or this? Well, both have the advantage and these disadvantages. Okay, square filter, I think they're more precise to place graded filter to meet exactly the horizon. Okay, but obviously if you go trekking or day walking, it's not as practical. Or if you go with some people with you, it's ask them to spend time, wait for you to set everything. This is more practical. So this is the answer to people who do this, trekking, all this. So when you make pictures, you have to make a choice. What is practical, what is better, what is more practical. It's a balance, it depends on you. So this is a great answer because in this small pouch you can actually put your trousers belt, for example, or you hang it anywhere. You got your 4 filters that will help you stop quickly, make your picture and go on walking. Okay, so in this case this is in favor of this kind of user. And so it depends on you. So we're going to test it, see the result. When you look at the pouch, you see it's already high quality, magnetic like overlap, I don't know how to call that, okay? I can see the zipper is protected against, it's waterproof, okay? That's really nice. I open here, really discreet, I love it. I'm not a discreet person, as you can see, okay? I really love that. And here you're going to find 4 filters. Here you have a graded, I don't know if you see it, graded ND8. What I like is it's not graded exactly in the center, because very often when it's just in the center, it's a problem. You have to compose with your horizon always in the center. This one is on the top or bottom, depends on how you want to put it, okay? 40% I would say, okay? So that's really nice. ND8 3 stop where it's the darkest, okay? Here you have an ND8 which is 3 stops. ND64 6 stops. And here you have an ND10 stop, which is ND1000, and it's already magneted, or I don't know what you call it, stuck on the ring, the magnetic ring. This is this one that you can place on your lens full time if you want, okay? And then you just place the filter you want on it. The great thing about these circular filters is that you can still use a sun hood if you want. That's a good point. So we're going to test it and see the quality, okay? If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's a button down here, a small bell. If you click on the bell, get notified when I upload a new video. There is no obligation, but that really motivates me when I see that the amount of subscribers goes up. So thank you so much. Let's carry on. So the first thing you have to do is to place this magnetic ring, okay? By the way, every time I present magnetic filters, I always say they are aluminum alloy. And obviously it sounds strange because you cannot have magnet with aluminum. So I suppose that what they use in there is aluminum with something, or maybe there is maybe an iron ring in there. I'm not sure, I don't know, okay? But still, they said this is aluminum alloy, so I suppose that they found a way, okay? But yeah, aluminum cannot be with magnet, okay? So there's some trick here. I'm not an expert, okay? So you screw this on, okay? And as you can see, the great thing about this system, you can still place your sun hood if you want. That's it. So now I'm going to place the filters and see the quality. First, we're going to make a reference picture with no filter at all. The minimum is 200 ISO on this camera. I'm on f8 and it tells 1600th of a second. Okay, 1/1600 of a second. Okay, so I make the picture here. I put the delay on 2 seconds, so it's stabilized just after I click, okay? Okay, this speed is fine to freeze the action of the wave, okay? So we're going to see now with filters, see how it goes, okay? The first filter I want to test is the graded filter. Normally, but you don't have to, but normally you use it in combination with ND filters. But in this case, I'm going to place it on its own so we can judge just this one, okay? And it will cut the sky and not the rest. I leave the same speed on the camera. So as you can see, you don't have to remove the sun hood. You just place it this way, okay? Make sure it's horizontal, okay? So it's easy. You just make sure you place it, okay? And then let's go for it, make a picture. And you will see that the wave are exactly the same, and the sky is darker, which is logical, okay? The following one is going to be ND8, so I'm going to place it. As you can see, magnetic, really easy, okay? Place it. How do you know with the speed you need? Well, it's really easy. You have two options. One is to move the small wheel here until you see the small bar in the same place as before, okay? Weather is not changing here, no clouds, nothing, not enough time to change, so the exposure is the same, okay? So if I want to go to down, I need more time because I've got 3 stops, or I count 1600 to 800, 1 stop, 400, 2 stop, 200, 3 stops. So I place directly on 200, or I could just check in my screen on the small bar that is in the same place, and that's it. Make the picture. Okay, so in this case maybe the image is not as frozen. 1/200th of a second, that's fine for many things. It depends on the speed of the wave, okay? 1600th, yes, it was definitely frozen. Right now I'm not sure, okay? So you see the results. By the way, I've put my zoom lens on 12mm, which is equivalent of 24mm in full frame, which is a usual focal length for landscape. Some people like a lot wider angle. Anyway, filters in general, I don't speak about this one. Filters in general, when you get to ultra wide angle, like 15mm full frame, this is where you start to get some problem. Any brand, okay? So on 24, I think it's a more common use for this. So I placed these 6 stops, ND64. And by the way, not everyone says ND64. There are several ways of calling filters. Like 6 stops, ND64, you have sometimes it's like 3.0, which is ND1000 10 stop. So, but it's standard, okay? You just check in Google when you buy a filter what it is. But I can tell you, ND64 is 6 stops. Okay, so I place it here. And how to calculate the exposure? Well, really easy. If I was on 1/200th of a second with ND8, 3 stops, 3 more stops, 1/200th of a second down to 100, 1 stop, 1/50th, 2 stop, 1/25th. Okay, so I put on 1/25th. Okay, I make my picture, and as you can see, it's less frozen. Okay, so let's carry on. So now we're going to try 10 stops. So I place it. Okay. And if you don't know how to count, it's easy. If your exposure is organized in third, well, you just go like this. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 1 stop. We need 4 stops extra, okay? 1, 2, 3, 2 stops. 1, 2, 3, 3 stops. 1, 2, 3, 4 stops, okay? I'm almost on 1 second, 1.6. Maybe I'm going to be 1/3 less. I'm going to just be on 1 second, okay? Just to check how it goes. And would be 1 stop overexposed, okay? But I'm doing it so you see more the effects, the silky effects, okay? The ideal thing when you do a demo would be to start from a full stops, okay? So when you go down, it really round figures. But I don't put this on myself, okay? But you have the results, okay? You can see it. So if 1 second or 1.6, something like this, is not enough for you, well, really easy. You can stack your filters. I'm going to get the 6 stops and place it over the 10 stops. So I need 6 extra stops. So as I did before, you just count, okay? Now I didn't count precisely because I changed the camera of this. But now it gives me 40 seconds, okay? What I check in the other language is when I made the picture, okay? So I'm going to make the picture, okay? Now we have 40 seconds to talk you and me, okay? So the good thing about this system is you can easily stack them really quick, magnetic, really nice. Obviously, I still prefer graded filter using square system when you want to place precisely. But to be honest, we're going to combine it after. I think it's really practical to have this when you trek, when you walk around, when you don't want to bring all your gear, all your stuff. That saves you, okay? So honestly, I think this is a good compromise between flexibility, weight, space, and results. So now I get 40 seconds. Okay, let's look. And as you can see now, the C is really silky, really like foam, you know, really nice. Okay, so as you can see, combining is a great option also. So now I'm going to combine with the graded filter. I'll remove the 6 stop, I left the 10 stops on. Okay, so I'm back on 1 second exposure. I place my graded filter, make sure it's horizontal. Okay, you can check here, you can also check here. Okay, I'm on 1 second exposure. Okay, and here we go. Okay, that's it. You have the result. This magnetic kit is completely compatible with other magnetic filters by K&F Concept. So you can even use the tap they have, the cap, the lens cap, magnetic lens cap they have. In my case, I could place my Olympus cap without any problem, okay? But it depends on the kind of cap as your lens has, okay? So in this case, you could use what you already have, and also you can get more magnetic filters to complement this, to add to your kit, okay? So no problem. And by the way, this lens has 62mm diameter, so my filters by K&F Concept, this kit is 62mm, but obviously you should get the one that corresponds to the diameter of your lens. If you have several lenses, you have two options. One is to buy a kit for every lens, which is not really cheap, okay? Second option is to get the largest filter you need, okay? And then use step-up rain. But in this case, you could not place the sunshade. But honestly, I think that kind of kit is ideal when you want to go light. So probably you use just one lens, all-in-one lens, all-terrain lens, or however you want to call it. And then you get a kit for that lens that when you go around, like when I go around, I use this lens, which is 12 to 40mm, equivalent 24 to 80mm. So I use this kit just for this, for just go around, have my kit, and that's it, to travel light, okay? So, but don't forget, if you get the kit, get the right filter size, okay? No problem with that. So I'm going to give you some technical details, but before, you've seen the picture, so you can have your own opinion about the results. Honestly, I think they're good. As always, like most ND filters, maybe it's a bit warmer tone. Maybe it's the same as when we put sunglasses. Normally, neutral density means that it should not affect in any kind the color, in any way the colors, okay? But still, I think maybe it's a bit warmer, but today there is so much sand in the air, so it's hard to judge, okay? So anyway, for sunny picture, I prefer when it's warmer. But no problem, in digital photography, you don't mind because you can correct in post-production with absolutely no problem. What's important, that it has to be uniform. You cannot have an area that is warmer, an area that is cooler, okay? In this case, I see complete uniform density, so that's really good. I didn't notice any vignetting, so also a very good point. So now let's look at the data, okay? So let's speak about technical details. Well, I said quite a bit already. Well, this glass is treated with 28 layers, which is really good, and on both sides. It's really important because some really cheap filters are not treated on both sides. So what happens? That when light comes in, it bounces on the front lens of your lens, okay? And then it makes a kind of echo, okay? You'll see it like the sun 3-4 times because the back of the filter is not treated. In this case, it is. So that's really good. This is really good quality. That really helps. They also have a treatment for a waterproof, I would say. So you say waterproof. Are you going to make an underwater picture? No, the waterproof is important because when a drop of water falls on your on your filter, it will slide. And it means that it will not stay there. So if you make a long exposure, you will not see it anyway, okay? So that's really good. And second is anti-scratch. Obviously, if you go with a hammer, it will scratch, okay, and break probably, okay, but still, when you're going to clean your filter, that will not scratch. Anti-stain, so that's also really good to protect your filters, okay? But anyway, doesn't matter the quality of the filter you buy, even top filters, when you use them in a situation like this one, where you have seawater and salt in the air, always clean your gear after, whether it's the camera, the lens, or the filter. I speak about outside, don't even speak about sensor cleaning. By the way, I presented their gear for cleaning. I'll leave the link here, okay? So, doesn't matter the quality of the filter, always clean it. It will last a lot longer. The metal is also anti-oxidation, so that's really fine. So, honestly, I think the quality is good. The glass they use, I don't know in this case, normally K&F Concept, they use two kinds of glasses, or the German glass shot, or Japanese glass, I can't remember the name. I don't remember which one they used here, but I've tested so many of the filters, I can tell you quality is there. Nothing to worry about it, okay? So, what do you think about this kit? Well, honestly, I love it. I mean, if I have to walk like 5-10 kilometers or more, given my body size, maybe not 20 kilometers, but I've done it. I would surely bring that kind of kit instead of my square filter with holder, all this. But is it one or the other one? Either. Well, I think most people, they end up having two kind of filters. This kind of magnetic, easy to transport, little space, use the sunshade, all this when they go trekking or go walking. And the other one, when it's more tranquil, more steady, have time to make a landscape photography, for example, then they will probably use the square one. So if you can afford just one, and you're going to walk and carry things, get this small kit, magnetic kit. This is great. If you have more time, well, it's you to decide, okay? But both systems are great, depends on what you want to do. As we speak about this kit, I think it is completely recommendable. If you're interested, I'll leave you a link in the description on where you can buy it. These are affiliated links, so if you get through it, it really helps me, and thank you for it. So, thank you so much, K&F Concept, for sending me the kit. Thank you to you for watching the video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Small button down here is a small bell. If you click on the bell, get notification when I upload a new video. My website, ericgibaud.com. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. Also leave you links of my gear on Amazon, links of everything I reviewed by K&F Concept, Sandmarc, and Flashes by Westcott, and more affiliated links, and also a link to my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Thank you very much. Please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.